Hey, what's going on, everybody? I had to come out here and put my 2 cents on this whole B.Howard thing. You guys are not familiar with what's going on with this kid. Apparently, he is the hidden child of Michael Jackson. A lot of people, are, believing this kid simply off of, I would say, just his mannerism or the way he looks. And I checked out a couple of the videos that he did, and he had one where he was speaking to an interviewer, and I'm not gonna lie, the kid did favor him. His mannerism was like him. His whole demeanor was like Michael Jackson. And if you guys want to check that interview out, I will put it in the link in the description box. But it's laughable to me because it seems like every time we look up, somebody's talking about Michael Jackson. It's not always in a positive way. Neither somebody then got touched by him, or somebody trying to get money out of him. Somebody's using his name to create some type of business or marketing scheme. Or he has a long lost daughter or son somewhere, and it's like they won't let this brother rest. And I wish that people would just remember Michael Jackson's music, remember what he did for music as a whole, and how he changed everybody's life and elevated the game, and the positive memories that we have of him when he was here on earth. And I wish people would just leave Michael Jackson alone. But to be honest with you, in my opinion, I think this kid is selling wolf tickets. I think it's complete bullshit. I don't believe him. You have people who sit back. They might idolize a certain celebrity, whether it's Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, anybody that you would consider to be at the top of their game. And if you watch enough videos, you listen to enough music, you will begin to pick up certain mannerisms, the way this person speaks, the way this person walks, talks, everything. I can remember, I used to be a huge wrestling fan, and my favorite wrestler was Stone Cold. For you wrestling fans, I know you guys remember him. Raised hell, didn't give a damn. If he had a problem with you, he just stunned your ass. And I would watch that show. I would watch wrestling religiously. Every Monday, every Thursday, I would watch Stone Cold. And after a while, as a kid, I can mimic this guy, because I would watch him day in and day out. I was a huge wrestling fan. I knew his voice. I knew how he would react to certain things, how he would walk, how he would talk. And I would go to school and I would entertain other class members and my teachers imitating Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I'm a black guy, but I had his voice packed down. I had everything about him packed down because I would watch and I would psychologically study this guy without knowing. And what I'm trying to get everybody to understand is that if you sit back and you really study somebody enough, you will pick up certain things. Now, I know so-called, he had a DNA test that supposedly had came out and so-called proved that this was actually Michael Jackson's child. But, we know how people do fraudulent things, and people like to come out the woodwork, have their own special doctor that come out here and say and do certain things in order to get notoriety or get publicity or gain some type of money. And the kid claimed that he's not trying to get any money off of this issue, or he claimed that he's not trying to get any stardom. But let's not forget that he is an artist. Even though he might have wrote for Genuine and did some things within Def Jam and so on and so, that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to take his career to the next level, and he won't use anything that he can use in order to make his name bigger. Because whether this is Michael Jackson's son or not, people are now remembering his name, B.Howard. People are now searching on the internet, looking at his music videos, looking at listening to his music, interviews, and so on and so on. They're interested now in this guy. So whether you look at it from him being his son or him not being his son, at the end of the day, the guy's marketing himself and he's bringing attention to himself. But, you know, another thing that, you know, I kind of got a little puzzled by this is that I wonder if Joe Jackson has anything to do with this, because we do know that there was a lot of infidelity in their marriage. You know, Joe Jackson, he was doing his thing back in the day. You know, brother can recognize talent, you know, took his children to the next level and created, if not the best, one of the best groups of all American music history, or music in general. But the man was not perfect also. And I wonder, does he have something to do with this? Because this could have been a kid that, you know, he dropped off somewhere or, you know, whatever, and he was hidden, and he was hidden from the public so that people wouldn't ridicule Michael Jackson and the family, or ridicule Joe Jackson, or, you know, have all their business on TMZ or on the news like all their other business was. So, you know, that's something that makes me go, you know, it makes me question too. But, you know, like I said, I think it's bullshit. I think, you know, this kid is selling wolf tickets, you know. And when I watched this interview, he seemed like he was trying to imitate Michael Jackson. It's different from somebody, you know, being someone's kid and they have a certain demeanor about themselves that represents their father, their mother, or they speak certain things or say certain things, because we all pick up certain habits that our father or our mother does. But it's a difference when you're trying to convince people that, yeah, I'm Michael Jackson's son. And even though he comes out here and says he's not trying to capitalize off of it, you know, people lie every single day. And like I said, this is a great marketing tactic for him, whether it comes out that he is Michael Jackson's son or he's not. The guy's marketing himself. And I know all about the schemes and the tactics and what people do in order to get publicity and market themselves out to the public. You know, I see this day in and day out in my career. So I know the extremes people will go through. But that's my opinion on it. You know, I'm not into this whole, you know, you coming out here and imitating somebody and saying this is your mother or this is your father just because you look like them, or you might have certain facial expressions, or, you know, certain body language that you have of a certain celebrity. You know, I'm not easily convinced like that. But you guys give me your feedback. Let me know if you believe this guy, or if you think it's a big hoax, or you kind of think maybe he is related to the Jacksons, but it's something else that's not being told. So you guys give me your feedback, because, you know, I'm interested to see what people think about this character here. But I'm out. Peace.